All right, we got sunrise Saturday morning. I have a huge client day. I guess today would be 3 weeks without the wife. Feels like 3 months. Oh my God. The dogs are in the background here. They're closer than they appear in the video. They're probably Kuiper here. He always comes and checks in. Jupiter's a game player a little bit. But this guy likes to check in, which is fun, right? Of course, I always reward him, but he's difficult to walk, even though he's got a slight choker collar on. You know, not the really intense ones or whatever. But anyway, we're on a Saturday morning. We've got an intense weekend here of clients and so on. I have a friend coming later. I'm going to get some needles put in me. A little bit of alternative medicine doesn't help. It doesn't hurt, I mean, right? An open mind perspective to energy and functional medicine and acupuncture and herbs and supplements and treating the body holistically. So far, so good. I tell everybody, I suppose it's possible I could be dead next week, but I have stayed healthy now for 4 straight years, which is pretty cool. Meaning I haven't even had a cold so far. My wife did get pretty flu-like with COVID about a couple months ago, and I was taking care of her. And you know, one of the things I did a good job of, which is something that I talk about a lot, which I executed on, was staying out of fear. The last few years here, especially with the media, there's just been so much fear. And one of the things I've said consistently, even in videos a year and a half ago, is the more fear you have, the more your cortisol levels go up. And when your cortisol levels get elevated, your immune function gets zapped. And so people that are in these chronic states of fear are more likely to get sick or more vulnerable. Now, we also know that things like obesity are super dangerous precursors to getting particularly ill if you catch corona. Obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, these are like the big 4. But in general, we want to be working on our immune systems. And so, you know, getting some sunshine every day, it's a little harder in January in the Northeast, I understand that. But you can still walk outside in nature. I was talking to my twin the other day who's cross-country skiing in a little bit of a blizzard, something that when I lived in Connecticut, I would do all the time in snowstorms in January. I would trudge to 1.5 miles with my dog and have to de-ice him like every 90 feet or so. De-ice him, take the snow out of his paws so we could keep trudging through the snowstorm to our parents' house. Back then, when my mom was still alive, we'd walk through the blizzard in 1.5 miles or so. And it was just so fun to be out in nature, and that's pretty rare. A lot of people just don't do it, right? And so no matter where you are, you can still do nature every day and a little bit of sunshine, the vitamin D thing. Everybody's known that is really valuable here, not just for corona, but for our immune system in general, right? So it's a lot we can do in general for our immune systems, right? Have a great attitude helps, because then we're going to have better relationships and we're going to feel loved and supported. That's going to help our immune system. Married guys are definitely going to live longer. Thank God I only got married at 51 and now I'm 55, and I've never been happier. It does help that we more consciously design our lifestyles in life, and that's not easy, depending on what family system you're born into. I know these things are complex. Some people are born with more opportunities than others. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just there are advantages and what I call headwinds and tailwinds, right? And it's nice to, have a tailwind in life. So environments matter, family systems matter, where you live matters, what country you're in. If you're born in China, it might be very different than if you're born in the United States or UK, for example, right? And yet, there's a lot we can do regardless, in terms of our attitude and our approach to life, our approach to relationships, and so on, right? It's like, the more we develop that positive attitude, the more positive our life becomes, because it's sort of, we're attracting, right? So from the positive energy, we get to attract, but it's also not easy because all of us have been fucked over at times, and betrayal is a super tough emotion to handle. So is grief. I always talk about those being the two toughest emotions. But attitude is something that we can constantly shift. I coach all these adolescent athletes and, what I call 15 to 25-year-olds. But, I coach the occasional billionaire and movie star. And, I just got this other famous guy that called me the other day. So, and which basically means everybody struggles, no matter how much money and fortune and power and whatever. Almost everybody's going to struggle with something. And it's nice to have some guidance and outside perspective. In other words, someone like me, life coach, sports psychologist, and so on. But again, I'm inviting people to do things for their immune system that affect every aspect of their life, like meditate, practice mindfulness, visualize, use your breath, exercise every day. All these things I do, and some days suck anyway, right? But I'm going to do them, and on the whole, I'm also going to build really tight relationships. It helps that I'm a connector type. I really enjoy it. But there's just something special about life when you really wake up with a sense of contribution. You want to make a difference. And that's pretty much the way I'm wired. I'm always wanting to guide, assist, mentor, and make a real difference on this planet. And Kuiper and I are saying goodbye. Thanks, guys. And as always, if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.